Hi guys, my name is Chalice Williams with Geeks of Color. How you doing today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. This is such a extremely popular series, so I'm glad that you guys have continued to be renewed, and so thank you so much for taking the time. So Anna, I'll start with you. We are going on almost 8 years of seeing you on screen as Kitty, and it's like watching you grow up, right? Like it's been such a fun journey. What is a quality about Kitty that has become a part of you even long after, that'll remain with you long after you've done playing the role?
I think Kitty's like bravery to follow her heart and to go after what she wants and to be honest with herself, I think is something that is so brave and I commend her for all the time and I hope I can learn that from her just listening to my heart a bit more and living boldly and I feel like Kitty doesn't really overthink things too much and this season we see her overthink a little more than usual, but in general, I think she lives very loudly and very boldly, and I can be in my head a lot in my own life. So I try and learn that from Kitty for sure, just to live a little more freely and follow my heart, because I think that's always the right answer.
Yeah, and I think this season dealt with a lot of realism because being vulnerable is something that we all deal with. So being able to see her in that light was very
Mhm.
realistic and relatable. So thank you for that. And Sung Hung this season is a lot more mature, given that the characters are getting older, and fans of the show are very excited to see this chapter of what will happen between Minho and Kitty. What theme do you feel this season focuses on the most?
I mean, I can't really put one single word to it, but I would say if I had to describe it, it's okay not to be okay. I think that's the way I would describe it. Because there's a lot of moments where um it could be all dreamy, it could be all very magical, but sometimes you need to realize there will be some bumps in relationships or in life. And I feel like that this represents really well in this season. And I feel like by showing this to the audience as well, I feel like the fans will realize, oh wow, like that's what's happening to me right now. Not exactly the same situation, but that's what they're going through and I'm going through and hopefully they'll feel the same way how like as the characters growing they're growing, and I think that's quite a nice moment to see.
Absolutely. It depicts this situation so well in so many levels and so many themes of the show. And Anna, we got to see Lana reprise her role as your sister, which was so nostalgic because obviously a lot of us who hadn't read the book, some people hadn't read the book, they were introduced to Laura Jean's character and fell in love with the films and now the series. So this season, we do see you go through some difficult times and she's there to uplift you. And so I want to ask you, given that we have such a younger audience, what are some tips or advice that you have for your process of dealing with stressful situations, especially for like maybe teens and whatnot that deal with anxiety of thinking about moving away for college and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be honest, I'm still figuring it out as we go. I'm also a very anxious person and kind of always have been. So I'm constantly in that journey of learning and figuring out what's best for me. I think being excited about the unknown versus being scared is such a big narrative shift that can be so helpful of you don't know what's going to happen next and like how cool because something way better than you could even imagine could be right around the corner. I think Kitty's trying to learn that. I think I'm always trying to learn that and I think especially as a teenager when everything feels so daunting and adulthood can be so scary and feel so difficult and so grand. I think trying to find the joy and like this is so new. How cool is that? And like this is something that I don't really know how to handle. Like how exciting that I get the chance to find out. Like just shifting that narrative that unknown can equal looking forward to things you don't even know exist yet and dreaming big because who are you to think those things won't come true versus the fear and not knowing. I think there's a lot of joy in it as well.
I love that. Thank you so much for that. I think people are really gonna love y'all's answers, see these interviews, and this season is just great. So thank you so much for your time. I obviously haven't heard anything about a season four, but I hope that for you guys, and if not, maybe a film to be on Netflix for it. But thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.